boom, boom, boom. And we are live. The green light is on, which means we are a go. And this is a blessed, wonderful, beautiful in the wee hours of the early hours of the sleepless Sunday AM. My goodness. We are going live for a special episode of Bumps and Bruises, ready to talk a little bit of wrestling. You know how it goes. And I feel like we should just dive right into it here. But I first got to introduce ourselves. It is the ultimate sensei, Mr. El Tugretente, the creme de la creme, the one that they do in fact call him, a.k.a. we're going to save the rest for later today. And I'm joined by the great co-host, the good brother. Thank you for pulling up a chair in the wee hours of the AM. It is Scotty Two Stone. Thank you, Scotty Two Stone, for pulling up a chair and joining me on this fucking late episode of Bumps and Bruises. We're going to have a blessed, wonderful time. PGM in the house, my guy, my dude. What up, brother? And as you know, there is no time zone on the Sleepless Arc. We rock through all hours of the PM and the AM. But with that being said, we're going to dive right into SummerSlam. But before we dive right into that, we do have to just do a quick acknowledgement. I know I talked about it a little bit extensively on the podcast, but I did just want to say real quick, hold up the brewski real quick. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. R.I.P. the Hulkster. Big cheers, big pros before we dive into tonight's festivities.
Hulk Hogan.
Hey, you get the duality of man. I say shout out the Hulkster. He says
Fuck Hogan.
So see,
okay,
now you can't get mad at me.
Hogan did good for the business, but Terry Bollea was a piece of shit.
Thank you. And he knocked that out of the park. Hulk Hogan changed professional wrestling forever. That impact that he had on the industry is undeniable.
He taught me how to fucking politic backstage to get your way.
That's Terry Bollea. That's Terry Bollea.
And buried talent, dude.
And that's Terry Bollea.
Buried talent like it's your friend's wife, dude.
And at the end of the day, that's the thing. Terry Bollea, the human being, had more mistakes than he had.
Wife. Gotcha.
We can wrap it up on there, keep it simple and sweet. I talked about it on the pod, but we got the.
What was your favorite Hogan match?
WrestleMania 18 in the Sky Dome, The Rock versus Hogan. Hands down. Nothing comes close.
What was your worst Hogan match?
Worst Hogan match would be when he put a foot on Jeff Jarrett. And he yelled at Vince Russo saying that's why the company's
not
dead.
The finger poke of doom.
Well, that I actually thought was funny.
Okay.
Even though it sets the business back 30 years.
Was him and the Giant on top of the Pontiac Silverdome in the monster truck, and Hogan pushed the Giant off the edge.
Oh, shit.
That was the worst match.
He said, damn, how old are y'all? All right, well, we're both wrestling historians here, but I'm 29.
Shit. Matt, 43.
43. So give or take, we're about both 14 years old. R. Kelly wants to piss on both of us.
And I'd say the best match is when he turned and became NWO.
But he wasn't in the match.
But
he didn't hit the mat.
Right? That was great.
All he did was a leg drop on Savage.
But he was in the match, wasn't he?
I mean, not really, because they said there was supposed to be a third, and it was against Sting and Savage. He was the third, but he came out when everybody was down.
Okay, I would say the HBK match.
Thank y'all for being tuned in live. It's gonna be a good time. Stay tuned in. Don't go nowhere.
I enjoyed the HBK match.
Oh, so since 2004?
The overselling?
Yeah, where Shawn Michaels is flipping and somersaults outside the ring.
It's the comical one.
Do you know why that happened, though? I don't know if the chat knows why that happened.
Because they didn't get the third match because Hogan changed his last minute.
Match.
Yeah.
At the last minute.
He did the Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Bret Hart was supposed to go over before Hogan left, and what happened? Hogan left without putting
And then Hogan was supposed to go over at Unforgiven. But at the last second, he said, I want to go over tonight. You go over at Unforgiven. And Shawn was like, that's fine. And then he goes,
what happened to Unforgiven?
And then he goes right before the match. Hogan's like, yeah, by the way, I'm going over and I'm out. And Shawn's like, well, what the fuck?
But that was a great match, in my opinion, because of the overselling. It was memorable.
And that's because of one of my favorites of all time. And I love Hogan. But
Backstage
Shawn
politics.
sold that shit. Sean said, "You want me to job? I'll job, but I'm going to sell this."
Sean should have been used to it because he learned everything from Hawk. That's why he politicked Marty out of the company. He politicked himself.
Classic Hulk move. Classic Hulk move.
Yeah. It all ties back to Hogan.
All right. Well, on that note, that was fun. Shawn Michaels pulled a classic Hulk move and said, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to sweet chin this dude through the glass." And then 30 years later, this same super kick is going to be used about every 5 seconds in about every other match that we have on the card.
Thank you, Usos. Thank you, Young Bucks. And any other indie-rific wrestler.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So let's dive into SummerSlam before we get too far off the rails here.
First 2-night SummerSlam.
Yep.
So this would be a good...
I think it'll be overall a great night in New Jersey that weekend.
It's not Jersey, I don't think, is it?
They're in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, Cardi B hosted. So as of now, this is what the card's looking like. We got Saturday and we got Sunday. Now, obviously, as you know, with it being pro wrestling, the card is always subject to change. But as of right now, on Saturday, August 2nd in New Jersey, here's what we got. Defending the Women's Tag Team Championships, we got Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Who do you got?
Charlotte and Alexa.
Same. But now I got to hot take it. I might be way off on this, but I'm willing to stand on this ledge.
You standing on business?
Yep. 20 toes. I think that Liv Morgan is going to interfere and fuck over Roxanne and Raquel. Because Liv's a babyface now. Liv's a babyface now.
That's her comeback?
Yep. And Liv's a babyface. Liv's a babyface now.
You really think she's the babyface?
Yep. She's a babyface. Okay. The crowd cheers for her already. Before she got injured, the crowd was already cheering for her. And now that she's hurt and everybody knows that the plans changed and everything revolved around her, yeah, the moment she comes back, you have a babyface. Mm-hmm. And I think they're dealing the same thing. I think they're dealing with the same thing with Dominic right now. I think when Liv comes back, you got Dom and Liv, and they're both baby faces.
And Judgment Day's dead.
Judgment Day's dead. I mean, to me, it's already been dead. But yeah, Judgment Day will officially be dead at that point.
Okay.
Second match, we got the guy on your shirt versus the guy on my wrist. Chat said that, my dude, PGM said that would be dope. I really truthfully think that that's where they're going with that.
It's the most believable and best story route they could go with.
Well, you can't get anybody to boo her anymore. They're not going to boo her. Yeah. So what do? Anyways, Gunther versus CM Punk. So Gunther versus CM Punk. The guy on your shirt versus the guy on my wrist. What do you got? World Heavyweight Championship.
You didn't get that because it's CM Punk. You got that for Drew McIntyre and his Willie.
I like the way his ball sweat smells, all right?
I like Gunther.
Makes me feel content. You think Gunther's going to beat CM Punk at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship?
It ain't going to happen. They're going to give that belt to the old man Punk.
Yes, they fucking will. As they should.
And he's going to win that belt.
Why wouldn't you put the belt on?
And you know what's going to happen? He's going to lock in a sleeper on Gunther. And fucking CM Punk's going to wind up tearing his shoulder out because he locked it into.
Tricep, all right? Get it right.
It's going to be his shoulder. That's what he does. He copies someone else's move, and then he gets hurt doing it.
What move is he going to copy this time, though?
The sleeper.
The sleeper? And that's how he's going to tear his shit? Not bad.
All right. He's going to have to relinquish the belt 2 days later, and they're just going to give it right back to Gunther. What else they got to fucking do?
That's the thing. They don't have much for the ring general.
Yeah. The character's dead.
Thank you. I like it. But it needs upgraded.
I like Gunther, Walter, whatever.
It needs upgraded. His character needs an upgrade.
Needs something. He just doesn't have it right now. For some odd reason, he won that belt and he lost what made him awesome.
I'm willing to take a crack at that reason. I
think
it
because the chase is better than the catch?
Mm-hmm.
Like it always is?
You actually just summed up about a whole paragraph of what I was going to say.
You signed up about 90% of championship runs.
I mean,
like Hangman went beating fucking Kenny Omega for the belt. Chase was great, and then he won it, and that shit went down south quick.
Well, look, as an Undertaker fan, Undertaker even said, he goes, I never liked, this is what Undertaker said. He goes, I never wanted to be the world champion. Well, let me take that back. He said, I wanted to be the world champion. He goes, but once I was the world champion, he goes, there was nothing really left for me to do. And he's like, Vince knew the same thing. He's like, you have to chase it, right? And that was the Undertaker's thing. I'm always chasing. I always have to overcome this bullshit that makes me have to get to the title, and I never get to it.
He had to overcome the Giant Gonzalez, dude. That was a big chase, bro.
He told Vince, I want Yoke. And Vince said, you can get Yoke. He goes, but first, he goes, I want you to deal with this giant.
I need you to bury him at SummerSlam, dude.
Undertaker said, he goes, I'm trying to rehearse spots. He goes, I never rehearse spots. He goes, but I needed to know what he could do. And he goes, I'm watching him run the ropes. And Undertaker just said, yeah, this is going to be a long night.
Well, look at it. Anyway, back to SummerSlam. Let's not get on to other SummerSlams.
You're right.
Or WrestleMania moments.
All right. So you say Gunther, I say Punk. But you think Punk's actually going to win. But you want Gunther.
I'd rather see Gunther because Punk's not my wheelhouse.
Phil?
I don't like old man yelling at clouds.
Well, how about this 5-star affair? Tiffany Stratton defending the Women's World Championship against Jade Cargill, the Queen of the Ring. Who you got? Oh. Remember, Jade did win Queen of the Ring. That's a factor. That's a factor.
Jade wins.
Really?
And it's Tiffy time.
Clean?
Absolutely. Who's going to help out Jade?
Well, okay, here's where I got to differ.
And Jade
CM Punk is the King of the Ring. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure CM Punk won King of the Ring, no? Yeah, he did, no?
Cody Rhodes?
Oh, Cody Rhodes faces John Cena. All right, actually, you know what? You're right. Never mind. That changes everything. You're right. I changed my shit on the fly. I'm actually going to double back instead of double down.
You're the modern wrestling fan. Why do I know this?
CM Punk is going to lose to Gunther. But I think now Tiffany Stratton will lose to Jade Cargill.
Okay.
Because I think Cody Rhodes beats John Cena. I think John Cena beats Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me fix that. So Jade does beat Tiffy. But clean?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess she'd have to win. I don't know who would interfere in that.
Exactly. She's the baby face.
Naomi's already got the payoff. It's done.
Yeah.
Put the belt on Jade. Over Tiffy time. Wow. Interesting.
Who looks more like a star?
Tiffany Stratton.
Who looks more like a star?
Tiffany Stratton.
She got the better promo. But she doesn't. Jade looks the part.
She might look the part, but who's better in the ring?
Has Tiffy worked out as much as Jade?
Who hits the world's prettiest moonsault?
Is that what we're going with? Is that just what she says?
Who's better in the ring?
Oh, she's definitely better in the ring. But we get Nia Jackson belt.
Well, that was the best Hurricane Run I've ever seen.
Oh. I felt sorry for Bayley. Twice. 3 times.
Well, for the next match, going back to the mans, we got Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Who do you got?
Sami Zayn.
Me too.
Oh, wait.
Well, Karrion just won.
Did he just win?
He just won.
Okay.
He won their last match.
So
remember. If they're going to do like a trilogy.
I thought Night of Champions.
If they're going to do.
Or not Night of Champions.
Yeah, in Saudi.
Yeah.
Sami won. You're right. So Karrion would win this one.
Yeah.
Fuck. See, this is why I love Scotty Two-Stone. He helps me. He keeps me on track.
Oh.
Well, now we get the 2 tag team matches. And honestly, I'm excited to talk about both of them. But I feel like I got to dive into this one first. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Who you got?
Travis Scott first off.
Well, they cut ties with Travis Scott. They cut ties with him.
And that's why we get Jelly Roll.
Fuck Travis Scott. I said that was a bad idea off the rip.
I liked it.
Of course you did. Because I didn't.
because we allowed him to wrestle with 8 dead bodies and under his belt, but we can't recognize Chris Benoit because
9 dead bodies.
Okay, and how many did Chris Benoit have?
2.
And himself, so 3.
Only on Bumps and Bruises is that a thing.
In fact, my kid was wearing the Rabbit Wolverine shirt to the fucking fair.
Gas.
She was like, "Old eyes, that's a smart idea." Anyway,
Chris Benoit was a family man. Just ask
I
Chris
would
Jericho.
say I'd hopefully Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre win, but unfortunately Jelly Roll is gonna win. And
it's a one and done. It's a one and done. I saw some people speculate, and I actually think this could be a good talking point real quick.
Because I don't like the whole celebrities in the fucking wrestling game unless you're like Logan Paul, who is actually athletically gifted to start with.
I'm so glad you say that because I didn't like Logan originally, but you're right. At the end of the day, this dude picked it up. He's good. He knows what to do, and he does his. He's a pro wrestler.
He's a carny, yes.
He's a good pro wrestler. He knows how to cosplay.
He knows how to separate money from people.
At the end of the day, it's what did Hulk Hogan say? Not to go down that road, but what did he say? This business is a shoot.
And what did Savage say? Be a man, Hogan, in that diss track. But anyway, we're gonna friggin' I just hate seeing celebrities because, like, Drew Carey wasted celebrity spot.
2001 Royal Rumble choke slam. Oh, well, that spear was cool,
but it was useless.
No, it didn't.
It took someone's spot.
Put eyes on the company. It put eyes on the company.
What, like Mr. T getting gassed out in WrestleMania 1?
Put eyes on the company.
Because that's all WrestleMania was just a celebrity fest to start with. And I understand.
Cindy Lauper, put eyes on the company.
It puts eyes on the company, but you really need more eyes on the company with Jelly Roll? When you already got the most eyes you're going to get on the company right now?
I got a devil's advocate you. This is why we have a show.
Is that like, why don't you just get Taylor Swift out there to do a match?
Good. Here's why.
Get more eyes on the company.
Here's why. When we were at Harry Buffalo last night, sitting there having dinner, right there, downtown Cleveland, right next to where SmackDown was going down at the Rocket. Waiter and me were talking because he had a Real American Beer shirt on. And me and him were talking.
Off the shelves.
I ended up having 3 drafts that night. So he put that shit on the fucking TV. And immediately when Jelly Roll came out, Brittany goes, "Oh, hey, look, Jelly Roll." Guess what? Her friend that never watches wrestling, doesn't care for it, doesn't even mean to watch it, looked up at the TV and said, "What's Jelly Roll doing?" And looked entertained by it when he shoved Logan Paul. That's why you bring in Jelly Roll. That's why. And people go, "Oh, why Jelly Roll?" That's why I tell you. And people go, "Well, do you agree with it?" I don't agree with it. As a pro wrestling fan, I don't agree with it. But that's why you bring in Jelly Roll, because it makes people look at the TV that normally wouldn't look at the TV when wrestling.
Well, you know what's going to happen when Jelly Rolls comes on for me, a wrestling fan? I'm going to walk the fuck out.
You're going to go take a piss. You're going to go roll a blunt and do what I do.
I'm going to do something that ain't watching that match. Because you know why?
It's going to be shit.
Because Jelly Roll ain't a wrestler. He ain't going to do anything. He's not Logan Paul.
No, I give Logan.
He's not the Green Arrow guy. Even he did all right. Steve Amell or whatever his name was. The feud with Stardust. He had Neville as his partner.
Sounds about right. Lead star of Arrow. I'll take the name for it. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, but he was athletic enough to pull off some stuff. That's the issue. Like, Snoop Dogg spurred a moment. I know he had an ad-lib real quick when Shane McMahon blew out his thing a couple years ago.
Still know what to do.
But that was still some of the worst shit I've ever seen, move-wise. But I get it. You have to ad-lib. And he just lived in the moment.
And you know what? My wife, who is way more of a casual fan than us, she was completely entertained by that.
Okay.
So that's my point. Is that's how that shit carries over. So to go back to the card, we're going back to Saturday.
I'm just thinking someone else could use that payday.
Oh, 100%. Dude, LA Knight's not on the card. LA Knight's not on the card.
But you can't pair him in there. He wouldn't fit with Randy Orton against Logan Pollard.
Oh, let's have fun. Wait. Let's have fun. What do you mean he can't pair with Randy Orton? You got two guys with two ultimate pops. Randy Orton comes out, everybody sings the fuck out of his theme song.
Yeah, but
when LA Knight comes out, people go, LA Knight, yeah.
So when you see Randy Orton and LA Knight, you're thinking, damn, that's a great tag team.
For one night?
To me, it doesn't seem tag team.
But you have the BFT and the RKO.
To me, it doesn't scream tag team. They don't.
It doesn't scream tag team.
It screams about as much of a tag team as fucking Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. At least Randy Orton looks like he listens to Jelly Roll.
Why wouldn't he listen to LA Knight?
Obviously, too many people don't listen to LA Knight, and that's why he's not on the card.
All I'm saying is, Triple H, if you ever listen to anything I say, you literally have a megastar on your hands. All you have to do is put a world title on him.
44 years old.
I don't give a fuck about his age. Is he durable? That's what I care about.
Damian Priest was older and got the belt.
Fuck Damian Priest. Let's talk. Let's riff. Fuck Damian Priest. Speaking of which, next match, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Paul Heyman ringside. Who you got? You know I'm not going to agree against Captain Yeet and my tribal chief. I can't. And then look, I take the one up, and then I can quickly turn it into a yeet.
No yeet.
What do you mean no yeet?
They're losing.
To Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker on a pay-per-view? Roman Reigns working a part-time schedule. You think he's going to lose?
Yeah, so he can win the next two.
What's Roman's face?
The I Smell Dookie face? I'm just saying.
You really think Roman Reigns and Jey Uso are going to lose?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. They're closing night one with a W, man. You tripping.
You also thought Roman Reigns was going to win that triple threat at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
And how'd that work out for you? You damn sure didn't see something winning.
No, I didn't.
So let's keep your opinion. You also told me 3 years ago LA Knight would hold a world championship and Jey Uso would not hold a world championship.
And that's the same point that I'm still arguing, though. I don't know why LA Knight hasn't held one yet. It's almost weird. You got a top merch seller. You got a top draw, a top star, top social media following. And you say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave him off of the second biggest PLE of the year's card. That's bullshit. I'm going to speak on behalf of all LA Knight fans there.
You know what's funny? Who's up there too? It just now started getting put on fucking pay-per-views, or PLEs.
Dominic Mysterio?
Fucking.
Because he got a good pop.
Karrion Kross.
Oh my God. All right, now you're going to make me turn into you. This is the one and only time I'm going to say something. This social media following Karrion Kross, I like it. I appreciate it. I get it. Get behind your guy. I have nothing but support for y'all. But I'm going to have to give y'all the harsh truth. Karrion Kross does not deserve that top spot. And you guys can come at me all you want and tell me all the things you think I am. But I'm going to say that again. Karrion Kross does not deserve the top spots.
But LA Knight does.
Yes, he does.
So it should be LA Knight versus Sami Zayn.
It should be, let me tell you what the SummerSlam main event should be of night 2. LA Knight versus Cody Rhodes. LA Knight defending the world title and beating the King of the Ring, Cody Rhodes, because that's what LA Knight deserves. That's what he fucking deserves. You want me to stand 20 toes on my shit? I'm going to stand 20 toes on my shit.
Stand out business, man. Stand out business.
LA Knight, to me, is a fucking megastar. He's literally a Hulk Hogan in the palm of your hands. And you're saying we're not going to blossom this guy into a megastar because we're selfish and we want to push somebody that has the last name as Fatu or Uso. Whoa!
So you don't
I said it.
So you don't think Roman, he should have been held championship? He should have been the one that had Roman Reigns.
Wait, who? LA Knight?
Yeah.
Not when he got his championship match. Not when he got his championship match. I think Cody Rhodes was the right guy to end that match. I think it was the right guy to end that storyline. However, I think that the fact that LA Knight has not held a world title, but held the U.S. title twice and had both shit reigns because of how he was booked. The fact that you're not going to put a world title on this guy and at least see how he's going to do, I think that's fucking bullshit, man. And I'll call that 10 out of 10 times. I love Triple H. I love Bruce Pritchard. I love Michael Hayes. I love all of the writers' room of WWE. I think they're doing a phenomenal job of what they're doing right now. But I think that they're also lacking in a couple spots. And I think one of the spots that they're lacking in, I'm going to rephrase it one more time. LA Knight is a modern day Hulk Hogan. You're just not booking him right. You're not booking him right. I want to scream LA Knight, yeah, and put on the glasses and be a little kid again.
But you also want to scream yeet, too.
I do like doing that.
Exactly.
I like to go, yeet. 4 letters, 1 word, yeet.
Which is terrible.
Look, his promos aren't the greatest, but he knows how to say 1 letter or 1 word, 4 letters, yeet.
And LA Knight knows how to say yeah.
Yeah. But no, he cuts good promos.
Sports.
I know.
It's in the game.
It's the same thing. I know. We did this one before. I gave you credit for that. It's the same cadence. But at the same time, you're talking about a guy, and I know you hate it when I say it, but I got to come back to it. I have to, because it's how I feel. It's how I think as a businessman. If this guy is literally selling out merch across the arena, then why the fuck is he not on our second biggest pay-per-view of the year card when we have 2 nights? You can't tell me that doesn't make sense. Or makes sense. You can't tell me that makes sense.
Maybe he politics the wrong way.
And I've said that before, and I agree with you, but at the end of the day, I think this is a good LA Knight segment because I'm not ready to just let that one go.
You're going to have to, man. He's old.
40 what? 4?
At 35, Vince McMahon threw Macho Man behind the fucking announcer table.
I'm glad you said that because you know who he reminds me of in the ring? Macho Man. Look at that elbow drop.
Hey, no one's saying
that elbow drop.
Everyone still talks about Ricky Steamboat, Macho Man. No one talks about motherfucking LA Knight and who?
Well, that's the thing.
Who?
He hasn't been given one of those yet. He hasn't been given one of those. The
Rock made fucking Hurricane look like $1 million. Who'd LA Knight make $1 million looking like? Solo?
LA Knight is a diet version of The Rock, but I still appreciate it. But when you talk about The Rock putting over anybody and everybody, that's something that The Rock can do at that given time. LA Knight can't do that at this given time.
Why not?
He's not giving a shot.
Why can't he have a 5-star match? Well, not a 5-star.
Who are they putting him in the ring against? Solo Sikoa?
Logan Paul?
I don't even know if AJ Styles can get a 5-star match out of fucking Solo Sikoa.
I'm not even saying. I'm just saying, what match are you looking back and be like, that's it. That's the match that's going to put LA Knight on the fucking map.
I don't necessarily look at that in this situation, in this case. I look at that 5-year-old kid over there that has his glasses on and a foam finger and a t-shirt on.
He has the gift of gab.
And spent $60 tonight
because
showing
he had
support.
A gift of gab. You know who else had the gift of gab? Any fucking manager. Adam Cole has the gift of gab.
I don't know about that.
Adam go talk and people listen.
He definitely doesn't have the gift of stepping off of a fucking step, but
I'm just saying.
Mr. broke my ankle on a fucking...
LA Knight has the gift of gab, and that's it. He has a solid finisher.
I don't know, man. He's really good in the ring. You know, I'm curious to see what the chat will say, though. Let us know. What do you think of LA Knight? Let us know. But now we're on to Sunday, though. So, to kick off Sunday night, as I mentioned earlier, he got an extreme pop on AAA. Dominic Mysterio is defending the Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles. Who wins?
I really like this run of this new AJ Styles.
With the meme
Comedy
Styles.
gimmick.
Yeah. I like the janitor and shit.
Yeah.
I like that too. That's cool.
It just added more personality to this feud.
And you know what? Since we're having fun.
Dude, it's a creepy thing, and it's a good creepy.
No, I got to ask you a question, though. When you see stuff like this, because this is something I want to talk about.
Old school wrestling feel.
Old school wrestling feel. But I also got to ask you this. Not only is that too, but
Dominic wins.
AJ.
Dominic wins.
No, I think AJ. Here's why I say this. Here's why I say I think AJ
30 down wins by cheating, which leads to a bigger and better match, which AJ wins. Just so Dominic can get the rubber match win later on. What?
I'm looking for the DAP because I think you're right.
Well, you just told me I was wrong.
Yeah, and then when you explained it, I'm like, you know what?
You just told me I was wrong. You tell me why AJ Styles is winning.
I don't think he does. If there's a follow-up match, which now that I think about it, there will be because it's for the Intercontinental title.
Because it's a good feud they put together with minimal work.
It is. I actually like that take.
Doctor's notes and
Dom wins, which, as you know, I love saying this. He doesn't win clean. And then AJ gets him clean.
You know what I hope?
I like that. You know what? That's a good
Doctor's notes. I hope Braun Breaker breaks out the Steiner notes. With the doctor, the fake doctor. I can't wrestle. I got this Band-Aid boo-boo here. Here's my doctor's note. I know you probably don't remember that.
I don't. Refresh us. Refresh me and everybody.
Because that was when he was feuding with Rick Steiner. And he kept coming up with doctor's notes. He'd had a little Band-Aid on one week. Then the next week he'd come out in a full cast and with his doctor saying why he couldn't wrestle.
Randy Orton did that with the shoulder. I don't know if you remember that when he was returning to Evolution. It was like, when's it going to happen? And then out of nowhere, he comes out of
Who did the injury report?
What do you mean?
Someone did an injury report when they were hurt. Who was it?
Randy.
Okay, was that Randy?
That was his gimmick.
Yeah, okay.
Because
that's what I thought, but I thought someone else did that too.
Triple H said that. So Triple H, I actually know this one. Triple H, they asked him about that.
Like it was like a breaking news story every week, and it'd be like just an injury report.
He told Randy, he was like, you got injured so early on. He's like, I don't want you to like fall to the wayside. Like I don't want
about over.
Yeah, like I don't want that to happen.
Because it's happened before.
And Vince was like, is there anything you got for me? And Triple H was like, man, I was watching Sports Center today. He's like, can we do like an injury report thing? And Randy was like, I can try. Boom! Knocked it out of the fucking park.
But that was like a great idea for an injury.
Yeah.
To work it that way.
It was like first time ever.
Yeah.
Type thing. Like, I thought that was brilliant.
But.
So now this one is the one I got to do off the top of my head. So we're going to have some fun here. I'm really looking forward to this match, though. They just announced it last night on SmackDown. It's TLC 2 as they're literally programming it. But you got the Wyatt Six, which is Dexter and Joe Gacy, versus Fraxium, versus DIY, versus Motor City Machine Guns, versus Street Profits, versus Rey Fenix and Andrade. You got a 12-man, 4-tag team. Who wins? TLC 2, go.
Rey Fenix and Andrade.
No.
That's the most random team, so that's who I'm pulling for. The team that has no hope because they're just like, fuck it. If you guys have the same nationality, you guys can work with each other. Does that mean Rey Fenix is more useless than Penta because he has to be in a tag team where Penta's just free roaming, getting his ass beat by groups of guys?
Well, if we go by your...
Penta needs fucking help over there because he's getting tag teamed by everyone. Fucking Rey's like, fuck it, I'm back in the tag team. Fuck.
Well, if we go by your theory... Why can't I
just work with my brother? I'm used to that. Why do I got to work with Andrade? He's another forgotten AEW toy like me.
Rey Fenix is drowning. He's the skeleton. He's the skull and bones in the bottom of the pool. But, no, actually, if Rey Fenix ends up winning that title, he'd be the first one to ever win that. I don't know if you realize that. He'd be the first one to ever win that. But, I personally think out of that, if I'm gonna put the stamp on somebody, I want the Motor City Machine Guns to win, but I don't think they will. You know what? Give that to the Wyatt Six. Keep them over. You know what I mean? Keep the push going.
Yeah.
So for the next one, we got a steel cage match for the United States Championship. Solo Sankola versus Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. Who you got?
Jacob.
Steel cage. Me too. That's Jacob for sure. Yada I mean. Isn't that what he says? All gas, no brakes. Yada I mean.
Jacob wins.
100%. How about Becky Lynch defending her Intercontinental title against Lyra Valkyria?
Becky Hogan.
She's
Becky gonna Hogan. Take Seth Rollins' briefcase if he don't come back.
She's
gonna politic. She's coming out in the red and yellow, dude. She's gonna lay into that Becky Hogan persona.
I got Lyra on that one. Because here's why I say that, though. You want to put the young star over. At some point, you want to put the star over. The youngin. Pass the baton. You know what I mean? And I think Lyra is great for that. And I think that's what Becky's been planning this whole time. I think her and Bayley both love Lyra.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Bayley even said in an interview, she's like, out of all the newcomers, like, who do you like the most? She's like, well, the one I'm working with now. Because it was like 2 months ago. She goes, I love Lyra. So that leads us then to one more match. 2 more matches, actually. Let's do women first. I think, let me preface this, that this might be match of the weekend. If they deliver it right. Because that's crucial. Naomi is defending her Women's World Championship against Io Sky. And as Io Sky would say, I might get canceled for this, but I'm going to go for it anyways.
Don't.
I've been drinking.
Don't.
Rhea Ripley. No, Rhea Ripley, mommy, the GOAT. But who do you got in that?
Naomi wins.
I think so, too. You got to let Naomi have a run, man. You got to let Trinity have a run, right?
Absolutely.
But now who takes pin? Io.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You don't let Rhea. Rhea doesn't take the pin. Not on SummerSlam night. As somebody who loves Io Sky, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, Io, blah, blah, blah. At some point, somebody has to take a pin.
Rhea took the pin last year at SummerSlam.
Oh, so then Io definitely takes it. Io definitely takes it.
In fact,
I'm willing to say this. Can I predict the finish? Can I have some fun? You know me. You know how my mind wanders. Predict the finish? I think the match goes about 20, 25 minutes. I think Rhea Ripley riptides Io. And she's going to riptide her kind of right into the corner-ish. And then as soon as she riptides her, Naomi's going to throw her out, do that thing that she does off the turnbuckle. I know it's not what Tiffy Time does, but it's similar. Hit something like that, hit the finish. I think she pins her like that. To where then Rhea can come from the angle of you pinned the girl that I had finished, that I had dead to rights. Which I know you know that pro wrestling storyline. That's ages old. How old is that?
Old.
Like, but what do you think on that? Am I close? Am I warm? Am I cold? Where am I?
I have no idea.
Not a bad take, you think?
That was pretty solid.
Good chat. Last match of the night, then, before we ask our questions to each other and to the chat. But Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Yeah, I agree.
He's holding that belt to December.
Clean?
Yeah. John Cena's holding that.
I gotta reiterate a take from last week's episode. So if you guys haven't watched last week's episode, I have to reiterate a take. And I have to let Scotty Two-Stone know it because I just have to see his reaction. Because Danathan Daly responded to me in a completely different manner than I thought because he actually agreed with me. I need somebody that won't agree with me. So Scotty Two-Stone, I need you to argue me on this. Even if you do agree with me, just devil's advocate for fun. We're just having fun here at the end of the day. So, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Here's how I have my finish in my head booked. This is how I have it. since we cut ties with Travis Scott, which for those that don't know, I don't know if you heard this. I think we talked about it a little bit earlier. They cut ties with Travis. They're done.
Yeah.
He's not learning anything. He's over it.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Here's what I think we need to do then to revive that end of WrestleMania 40 story that they had cooking.
Okay.
I think night 2 SummerSlam ends like this, and this is where we have fun. I think that The Rock comes out, but I think that he's going to come out towards, that's a crucial word there, towards the end of the match, like with a couple minutes left. I think that John Cena is going to win, but John Cena is going to look at The Rock because, hear me out, I think John Cena wins clean. But I think John Cena wins clean. And then when The Rock, and the music's already cut, when he's celebrating with The Rock, I think he's going to go for like the handshake thing. Like, oh, I did good. But then he's going to tell him like, nah, man, like I'm not selling my soul anymore to you. I'm turning face. I'm done. I'm over this. Like I'm not dealing with this partnership anymore. And I think that's when he's going to look at Cody, and Cody's going to be like, yeah, you're right, man. Like, thank you. Like, give me one more shot. And as soon as he says, give me one more shot, Cody's going to go in for the hug, right? And then Cody's going to look at The Rock. But if you remember, at Elimination Chamber, he went 1, 2. I think when Cody goes to hug Cena, he's going to give that look to The Rock, and The Rock's going to go 1, 2, 3. And Cody's going to kick Cena in the balls, which means at the end of SummerSlam, night 2, the first ever 2 nights of SummerSlam, not only does The Rock come out, which is a callback to our episode 2 weeks ago, I think that now I've developed the story a little bit more, and as to where I would like to take it if I had the pencil, I think that that's what happens. You have a double turn. Cena turns face again, and Cody turns heel. All right, how far off am I? We're live, right? We're recording. The lights are on, cameras on.
Jesus Christ, man.
How far am I? How far off am I?
I feel dumber for listening to that.
You don't see Cody looking at The Rock.
Like my ADD spaced off like halfway through what you were saying. God, Jesus.
Same thing, but then you get the 1, 2. And Cody looks at Rock. Boom! Drills Cena in the balls. Double turn. It's a double turn. It's a perfect double turn. It's a perfect double turn. Because Cena's been looking like this whole time he's been trying to go back to face. So the moment, he finally turns back to being face, Cody turns heel. You see what I mean?
No.
It's gold. It's gold.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I'm way off. I'm pipe dreaming. It's a pipe dream. That's what you're saying?
It's a dream at the end of somebody's pipe.
All right. Well, at the end of the day, I say I got Cena.
Double turn. Cena's playing heel until the end of the year.
No, see, I think it's a double turn.
They're going to go out December 13th in Boston on Saturday night.
Then I got to ask you
something.
something.
They're going to give him the 30-minute speech Goldberg wanted. So if Goldberg could fuck off, because guess what? He shit on WWF. Thank you for your memories. Most of your matches came in a company that went defunct.
All right. Word it like this.
You really know what I've noticed something that wasn't on night 2? No LA Knight. So that just goes to prove my point. Get the fuck out of here, LA Knight. Go sell your merch.
The fact that Karrion Kross is on the card and that LA Knight is atrocious.
Don't even take back bumps.
Exactly.
But guess what? People wanted him, and there he is.
I gotta shoot, huh? Karrion Kross, if it wasn't for that fucking promo that you cut the day after WrestleMania, guess what? You would have never sold more than 5 fucking t-shirts. And I like you, Karrion Kross. I'm a fan of his wife, too, Scarlett.
That's the only
But if it wasn't for that one fucking promo, he wouldn't have sold jack shit. Sorry, Karrion Kross. I gotta be the guy that says it. Fuck it. I'm sorry. But there it is. I like Karrion Kross. I think he's a good wrestler. I like Scarlett too. I think she's a good wrestler too. But at the end of the day, you can only have so many top spots. And you know what? Karrion Kross doesn't deserve one of them. Sorry. Come at me, TikTok. Hate me all you want. I don't give a shit.
Obviously more deserving than LA and I.
I guess.
Facts. It's written right there.
I guess.
You got to see your guy win his championship.
It was cool. It was a good outlet. It was a solid moment.
Against,
but I think he should have won
against the YouTuber.
That's a different ball game. Hey, I'm a YouTuber too, I guess, right? I should be able to get in the ring. All right? Come on now.
First off, you're getting chokeslammed through the ring. One super kick would break you at
First
half.
off, I'll tombstone Big Viscera. You don't get me started. I matched his two gimmicks up right there.
So you're going to tombstone Big Daddy V? First off, I don't know if you could lift the skeleton of a dead man because he is dead.
Jesus. Well, I can probably lift the skeleton. It just might break in my hands.
Could be cremation, make it even easier.
Hulk Hogan's like, that's the spirit, brother. I buried this guy in 88, dude.
But anyway.
All right. Time for me, now that we wrapped up our SummerSlam predictions. I got to ask you my question.
Match of the night you think is going to be the female match? The three.
Is that a question?
No, I'm just asking. So
yeah.
That's what you said was the three-way for the female.
I think that Naomi versus Rhea versus Io could easily be the match of the night of night 2. Yes.
I think
night 1
is going to be the match of the night. No, just the weekend. You don't get 2 matches a weekend. It's 1.
Well, there's 2 nights, brother.
12
matches, dude.
I don't give a fuck. AEW has 12 matches, but I don't ask you what's the best 2 matches. I ask you what the best match is. So what's the best match of SummerSlam? Do you think it's the 3-way?
Yep.
I think it's a Jade and Tiffy match of the night.
Because Jade's like Ric Flair, right? Like Ricky Steamboat. She's real great in the ring, right?
Yeah.
Jade Cargill, keep in mind, I'm not hating right now. I got nothing but love for that woman. But you're telling me that she's Dusty Rhodes in the ring, huh?
Absolutely. I wouldn't say Dusty.
We saw her last match at Collision. We saw her last OEW match against Statlander.
Best $20 I spent.
Best. I don't even know how much I spent. There's a lot more than that, I feel like. But my question, though, for you. And this is my question not only for you, but this is my question for TikTok, Reddit, Twitter, everybody watching. I think this is a great question. What is, as we're going into SummerSlam 2025, what is your all-time favorite SummerSlam? If you don't mind, I'm going to grab a reference.
Mine took place at Wembley.
Yours took place at Wembley Stadium?
Yeah. What year was that?
Mine I have on DVD with Sable on the cover. SummerSlam 2003.
That's the only reason you bought it, is because Sable was on the cover.
I mean, my meat may have been beat a couple times to that, but don't worry about it.
Mine was SummerSlam 92.
Which was? Give me the card, because I have the card right here, and that's why I grabbed it.
My card?
I just happen to have
I won't talk about dark matches because they don't count.
Yeah, fuck a dark match.
Even though Papa Shango was on the dark match, I would have loved to see
Papa Shango, one of Taker's friends.
I love that gimmick.
That's one of Taker's friends.
Yeah. Too bad it died. You had the Legion of Doom, and they defeated Money Inc., which was Ted DiBiase and Erwin Arsheister.
That's right, IRS.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt's dad. And you had Nails versus Virgil.
Okay.
Rick Martel versus Shawn Michaels.
Good one.
Person can't get hit in the face.
That's a good one, though.
That was the whole stipulation, no face shots, because they were both that good looking. They were fighting for Sherry
that was
Martel.
A fun match. That was
Sensational
a fun match.
Sherry's love, basically, or attention.
That was a fun match.
The National Disasters, Earthquake and Typhoon, defeated the Beverly Brothers for the tag team championship. This is way more than 5 match. I'm sorry. This is old school pay-per-view 92, not 2022.
Before Triple H was bugging, brother. That's 2 different dudes.
Crush defeated the Repo Man. Great jobber in the Repo Man.
I like Repo Man.
5-minute match. Great squash match, I guess.
He actually lasted pretty long in the 2001 Gimmick Battle Royal.
The Ultimate Warrior defeated Randy Savage by count out. So Randy retained the heavyweight title, which was not the main event. That was
good shit.
Then you had the Undertaker versus Kamala.
Fuck.
Undertaker defeated Kamala by DQ.
He didn't really particularly like that, but continue.
Oh, that was the co-main event. So there was a dark match. But
Undertaker voiced that.
The headline was British Bulldog defeated Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship. As Bulldog was on a crack bed and couldn't remember any of the spots. And they put on a 25-minute banger.
That's a good card, though, man. That's a good card. Seriously.
That 25-minute banger main event. That 25 banger
that 92, right?
Yeah. Bret Hart leading the Bulldog through a 25-minute match the whole way because he forgot the whole fucking match. That's what a true professional does. Could you picture like Goldberg having to carry someone for 25 minutes through a match?
Somebody would have a broken neck and be paralyzed.
Calling it on the spot.
Somebody would be paralyzed.
Or like anybody. There's very few wrestlers that I would expect to like be able to carry me through a 25-minute match on the fly.
Well, I got to throw it out there since I mentioned his name, so I'll just do it real quick.
Like Bret and Owen, I would trust.
Undertaker said that when he went to the ring at WrestleMania 25 with Shawn Michaels, that Shawn Michaels told him specifically, he goes, is there anything you want to go over, like, you know, for old time's sake? And Shawn Michaels said, he goes, can we just call this thing, like, when we're out there?
Yeah.
And Taker was like,
absolutely. Like, but then you had other people like DDP who had to choreograph like the whole fucking match.
Macho Man too used to write it all out.
Yeah,
which
nothing
I'm not
wrong
mad
with
at
that.
It.
Nothing wrong with it. Because now you can choreograph and get it together with your people.
If I was a pro wrestler, I'd want somewhere in the middle because there's something that the improvisers always say that I really agree with. At some point, you got to look at the crowd and be like, what do you want? What do you want me to do?
Call it up and fly, bro.
Yeah, like, what do you want me to do? Like, what's going to get y'all to pop? Do I need to flip over the fucking rope and go through a table? All right, cool. Like, bam, that kind of shit. My all-time favorite SummerSlam, though, I'm going to run through the card. I actually have it on DVD. SummerSlam 2003. One of my favorite WWE pay-per-views of all time. I'm going to take it from the bottom of the card to the top. Opener to the close. To open the night up, we had Zach Gowen versus Matt Hardy.
What year was that?
03.
Okay.
Zach Gowen versus Matt Hardy. I thought that was a fun match. I love Matt Hardy. I thought Zach Gowen, the one-legged wrestler, was really cool. Fatal four-way match for the United States Championship. Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit versus Rhino versus Tajiri. Banger fatal four-way, dude. I just rewatched this pay-per-view the other night. This was a banger. Then after that, you had the World Tag Team Championship match, which was La Resistance versus the Dudley Boys. It's coming down. And you know how I feel about the Dudley Boys. Dudley Boys went over. Fucking loved it. No, La Resistance. They cheated. They hit him with the flag. You're right. They hit Bubba with the flag.
I can't believe anything you say anymore.
You're right. No, you're right. Sylvain Grenier hit Bubba Ray Dudley with the flag. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Jesus.
Shane McMahon versus Eric Bischoff. Yeah, I had to think of the finish. But Shane McMahon versus Eric Bischoff.
Test?
Probably. But Shane McMahon versus Eric Bischoff, banger. Undertaker versus A-Train, banger. RVD versus...
Who was with A-Train?
Sable.
Good job.
And then you had RVD, and then you had Stephanie McMahon also come out and interview. But RVD versus Kane, I fucking love both of those wrestlers. RVD is one of my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time. That was a fucking incredible match. That's right when Kane just unmasked himself, too. That was his first feud unmasked. Incredible. And then you got, let me just rattle this off, right? WWE Championship match. Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar. And then, which was a rematch of WrestleMania 19. And then you got for the World Heavyweight Championship, Big Goldie. Oh, let me just throw some names out if you don't mind. Defending the title, you got Triple H versus Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho, Y2J versus Goldberg versus Shawn Michaels versus Kevin Nash. What are we talking about? You hear that card?
In 03, two of them people weren't even in qualifications of winning that title in that cage. Goldberg and Nash were never considered to win that motherfucker.
No, Goldberg was favored to win. He came down to the last two.
Look what the AI tells me it's the best wrestling pay-per-view.
Which 92? The one you said? Son of a gun.
2000 to 213 Ross.
What about SummerSlam 2001?
No, it's 2002, 2000, 2013.
Good one. However, though, I was just glad I was able to pull out a DVD as a reference.
First ever TLC match.
Oh, by the way, I figured I'd throw this one out here. I don't have them in order anymore, but I used to have that whole anthology from Royal Rumble all the way to Armageddon. I had all of them. And if you put all of them together, they fit this box set and they line up. However, though, I used to have a pill addiction, so I sold some of them. But I kept SummerSlam. I kept SummerSlam. That's my favorite all-time SummerSlam. Not selling that. All right.
Now you can rebuy it, dude. With all that YouTube money you're making, brother. What DVD?
Yeah, hit that like and subscribe. I'd like a couple more cents from you.
Buy my merch, dude.
That too. I make a couple bucks off of that too. I appreciate it. Dress like your demons all holiday season. But all right, last question, close out.
Oh, you want me to ask a question? This is where I come unprepared for the job, dude.
Last question. Hit me.
This is where I have to think on the fly, brother. And this
Shoot,
is where
brother.
I say,
We're two cowboys shooting. It's the Wild Wild West, brother. We got revolvers out. We're shooting, dude. I hit you with a shoot question. You hit me with a shoot question.
So, keep it with SummerSlam. What was your worst SummerSlam match?
Worst SummerSlam.
Mine was Giant Gonzalez versus The Undertaker.
That's bad. That was 93.
Yes.
That's
correct.
what we talked about earlier.
Yes.
That's bad.
That's
Giant Gonzalez was real bad.
That was the match I talked about, and I told you it was going to be my favorite SummerSlam.
As an Undertaker fan, he said that he went up to Vince after.
Or you can go with
long story short, he went up to Vince, Undertaker did, and he said, man, this guy can't do anything. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't do anything with him. I can't literally do anything with the guy.
I keep shitting on him. We heard you the first time.
I like to reiterate Mark Calloway.
Well, what was your least favorite SummerSlam match?
Off the top of my head, just off the top.
I know there's been a lot of matches. You got to think on the fly.
We gotta do. I'm not too great at that, typically. But I have something that's for some reason come to my mind. So apparently I gotta blurt it out.
Even I put a year to my SummerSlam moment.
Let me look it up. Let me make sure I got the match right. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure I got the match right, because I don't want to say something wrong and be stupid.
It's too late for that, brother.
Well, I'm already dumb, but let me not be too stupid. I think I know the card. It was SummerSlam 08, and there was one match on there that I remember being like, dude, this fucking thing sucks.
The dog kennel match?
No.
Just joking.
Let me look it up. Yeah, Maria was on the cover. All right, I'm warm. I know this is it. Because I remember she was on the cover. So what the fuck was the match?
Oh, this is going to be great. 08?
Yeah. What was the match?
Worst match.
That was it. All right, worst match of SummerSlam history. I got it. It was Big Show versus Chavo Guerrero for the ECW title. That was awful. That was terrible. Big Show at that point was at the end of his career. I love Paul Wright. I've always been a Big Show guy. My pops loved Big Show. But at the end of the day, Chavo Guerrero made Big Show look like $1 million in about a minute and 30 seconds. That was the worst SummerSlam match I've ever seen because I thought that could have been really good. I like small versus big. And they decided to just let Big Show just keep burying good talent when it was already over. I think that was the worst match of SummerSlam.
AEW did that fucking shit. They let Big Show pin 3 people in dark.
Because he's that big?
I don't know why you haven't pitted 3 people half his age on dark.
I'm going to throw something out there. If I take a baseball bat to Big Show's knee.
What the fuck? You take a baseball bat to anyone's knee, they should probably not.
He ain't getting up. Fuck that dude.
Dude, you don't need to take a baseball bat. You just take a fucking bump. Do it like Kane does.
Make him land on his back.
Make him take a bump like Kane does. Kane always bumped on his knees.
You know what? You always stand on hot takes. I think I should join you. What's
your hot take?
Big Show is a bad wrestler.
Oh, that's not a hot take.
No?
No.
I thought people were respecting him as like being a giant wrestler.
People respected Andre the Giant too, but I say he's a shit wrestler.
I guess I'm not in the wrong then, huh?
You're not with me, yeah, because I don't like the big giant wrestlers. Because Kevin Nash to me wasn't that great, but he was probably the most athletic of the big men, which is saying a lot.
Most athletic big man I've ever seen. I guess now we're doing this on the fly as we close out. But most athletic big man I've ever seen, Umaga. That dude could move.
But he wasn't big.
Yes, he was.
What do you consider big?
300 plus.
Brock Lesnar considered a big man?
Nobody was never 300 plus, no matter how much WWE lied.
Yeah, Umaga wasn't 300 plus.
He was. Yeah. The Samoan Bulldozer.
Yeah.
He was probably what, 305, 310? I'm not saying he was late threes, early threes. I'd bet early threes if I'm a bet man.
6'4", 350 is what they build him.
350.
That's what they build him at.
That's why I said, though, you got to dial it back a little bit. Probably like 305. Because you know WWE wrestling's going to embellish. What a good time, though, man. I love talking wrestling with you.
And Brock Lesnar 6'3", 287.
Makes you wonder, though.
Like, Kevin Nash was fucking 6'7". He was a big man. A giant. I wouldn't consider Umaga a giant.
He wasn't a giant, but he was a big man.
Rikishi was a big man. I wouldn't consider him.
Umaga was a better wrestler than Rikishi. Umaga was a better wrestler than Rikishi.
Depends on what Rikishi we're talking about. There's a lot of variations.
98?
There's a lot of variations of Rikishi.
98?
So what about...
Too cool?
What about 88 Rikishi?
I don't know about 88 Rikishi.
He was a head shrinker.
I don't know that.
No, I'm just joking. That was like 92, 93. Then you had Make-A-Wish Fatu. And then he got shot in the stomach. With a bullet made of cholesterol, obviously. And then he blew up. And then the next thing you know, he's stuck in a weird dancing gimmick.
Jerry Lawler's son and Scotty.
Yeah.
Turn it up. Bang it, bang it, bang it, bang it.
We doing the worm and a weird dance move with some glasses.
Me not fooling around. Me not fooling around. Turn it up, bang it.
Brian Christopher.
All right, if we're doing the turn it up thing, that tells me we should probably get up out of here. But thank you to everybody who was tuned into this episode of Bumps and Bruises, whether you're watching this live or watching afterwards. It is your host, El Tugutente, the Ultimate Sensei. You know the rest. We're going to save it for tomorrow night. But we are joined by the great co-host, the good brother, the great brother, Mr. Scotty Two Stone. And on that note, the only thing I got left to say is thank you guys for a great episode. Thank you guys for a great weekend. We're going to do this thing again tomorrow night for Sleepless Radio, episode 254. Third Eye Blind versus Oasis. We're going to run it back again, but we're not going to be talking as much. So with that being said, we'll talk to you guys more next week. It is El Tucretente, joined by Scotty Two Stone. And what would you like to leave the people with?
In the words of the great Iron Sheik, fuck Hogan.
R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. And as you would normally say, because I love it and everybody loves it,
Wrestling's real and people are fake, and don't be a jobber.
that's it. And right there, you can wake up with a smile on and look in that mirror and say, I love you. And with
Okay
that
there,
being
baby.
said, love y'all. Peace.